Good morning. In this section, I will teach Pointing vector and Pointing theorem. First one, Pointing vector. The cross product of electric and magnetic fields is called Pointing vector, and it represents the flow of power per unit area. So Pointing vector P is equal to E cross H, which represents power flow per unit area. Hence its units are watts per meter square. Next, Pointing theorem. Pointing theorem states that the net power flowing out of a given volume V is equal to the time rate of decrease in the energy stored within V minus the conduction losses. Once again, I will explain this Pointing theorem, which is very important. Pointing theorem states that the net power flowing out of a given volume V is equal to, first one, the time rate of decrease in energy stored within V minus the conduction losses. I will explain, I will prove this later, I will show in figure also. Pointing vector or power flow per unit area P is equal to E cross H. Proof. Consider the Maxwell's equations. Del cross E is equal to minus mu dou H by dou T, which is equation 1. Second, del cross H is equal to sigma into E plus epsilon into dou E by dou T, which is equation 2. Take equation 2 and multiply both sides with E. That means take dot product on both sides with E. Then this equation 2 becomes E dot del cross H is equal to sigma into E dot E plus epsilon into E dot dou E by dou T. Now in this equation, E dot E becomes E square. The remaining same. This one becomes this one. E dot del cross H is equal to sigma into E square plus epsilon E dot dou E by dou T. Take it as equation 3. Please remember one vector identity, which is del dot E cross H is equal to H dot del cross E minus E dot del cross H. In equation 3, LHS side is this one, E dot del cross H. Now take this E dot del cross H to LHS side and take this to RHS side. Then this equation becomes this one. E dot del cross H is equal to H dot del cross E minus del dot E cross H. Now substitute this equation in equation 3. What is equation 3? This one. This is replaced by previous. Then RHS side is as it is, there is no change. Then this equation becomes this one. Del dot del cross E minus del dot E cross H is equal to sigma into E square plus epsilon E dot dou E by dou T. Substitute equation 1 in this above equation. That means in place of del cross E, substitute minus mu dou H by dou T. Then this equation becomes minus H dot mu dou H by dou T minus del dot E cross H is equal to sigma into E square plus epsilon E dot dou E by dou T. Now take this equation to this side and remaining these all to this side. Then this equation becomes this one. If we take this to RHS side, that becomes del dot E cross H, which is equal to, if we take this to LHS side, that becomes minus, already previous, here take mu outside, then this becomes minus epsilon E dot dou E by dou T minus mu H dot dou H by dou T, and if we take this term to LHS side, that becomes minus sigma E square. In overall, del dot E cross H is equal to minus epsilon E dot dou E by dou T minus mu H dot dou H by dou T minus sigma E square. Take it as equation 4. But we can write E dot dou E by dou T is equal to 1 by 2 dou E square by dou T. Similarly, H dot dou H by dou T is equal to 1 by 2 dou H square by dou T. Why means, if we differentiate this equation, which is equal to 2 E, these are vectors, take dot product instead of multiplication. So dot remaining dou E by dou T. This 2 cancels, then this is same as this one. Similarly, second equation also same. Now substitute these 2 equations in equation 4 in place of E dot dou E by dou T, H dot dou H by dou T. Then equation 4 becomes del dot E cross H is equal to minus epsilon 1 by 2 dou E square by dou T minus mu 1 by 2 dou H square by dou T minus sigma into E square. Now take this dou by dou T and this dou by dou T and this minus common, then this equation becomes del dot E cross H is equal to minus dou by dou T remaining of epsilon E square plus of mu H square minus sigma into E square. This 1 by 2 epsilon E square represent energy stored in electric field. This of mu H square represent energy stored in magnetic field. But this dou by dou T represent rate of change of energy, which represent power loss. Why it is loss means here this is minus. Now take volume integral on both sides of above equation. We get, take volume integral LHS side and RHS side. Then this equation becomes this one. Volume integral del dot E cross H dV is equal to minus volume integral dou by dou t of epsilon E square plus of mu H square dV minus volume integral sigma E square dV. Interchange integration and differentiation here. This and this interchange. Then this becomes this one. So volume integral del dot E cross H dV is equal to minus dou by dou t of volume integral of epsilon E square plus of mu H square dV minus volume integral sigma E square dV. Next, applying the divergence theorem to the left hand side of the above equation, which gives, if you apply divergence theorem, this volume integral becomes surface integral and del dot becomes E cross H ds, remaining RHS side same, is equal to minus dou by dou t volume integral of epsilon E square plus of mu H square dV minus volume integral sigma E square dV. Represent this as first term, second term, third term. Here del cross E represent power flow per unit area. Whenever we are integrating with respect to surface, this total term represent power flow. Here this is energy stored in electric and magnetic fields. Before you have minus dou by dou t, that is rate of decrease in energy. This is sigma E square, which is volume integral. This term represent ohmic losses. Therefore, power flow or power leaving the volume V, is equal to rate of decrease in energy stored in both electric and magnetic fields minus ohmic power dissipated. First term represents the total power leaving the volume. Second term represents the rate of decrease in energy stored in both electric and magnetic fields. Third term represents ohmic power dissipated. Ohmic power dissipated in the resistor. So the first term is equal to second term minus third term. P1. First term is equal to power leaving is equal to rate of decrease in energy in both electric and magnetic fields minus ohmic power dissipation. Therefore, this E cross H represents the power flow per unit area, that means watts per meter square, and is known as Poynting vector. So Poynting vector P is equal to E cross H watts per meter square. In previous, the surface integral of this represent power flow, hence the term itself represent power density or power flow per unit area. So this represents power flow per unit area. If you want, you can verify the unit of electric field intensity is volts per meter. Similarly, the unit of magnetic field intensity is ampere per meter. So which is equal to V means voltage, I means current, IV. So this product represent power. So units watts divided by meter into meter, meter square. So the unit of E cross H represent watts per meter square. So this is volume V. From this volume, power out. Total power leaving this volume is equal to rate of decrease in energy stored in electric and magnetic fields minus ohmic losses. For example, 4 watts of power is leaving the volume means there is total 5 watts of power decrease in both electric and magnetic fields. Among these 5 watts, 1 watt power is dissipated in this resistor as a ohmic losses. So 5 watts minus 1 watt, which is equal to 4 watt. So the total power leaving out of a given volume is equal to the rate of energy decrease in electric and magnetic fields minus ohmic losses. This is illustration of power balance for electromagnetic fields. Once again, I will recollect Poynting theorem statement. Poynting theorem states that the net power flowing out of a given volume V is equal to the time rate of decrease in energy stored within V minus the conduction losses. Note, remember, the average power flow is given by average power flow or average Poynting vector P average is equal to 1 by 2 real of E cross H complex conjugate. So if you replace E in terms of H, which is eta into H cross H complex conjugate becomes H square. So that becomes of eta H square. If we replace H by E complex conjugate by eta. So E cross E complex conjugate is E square by 2 into eta. So this is expression for average power. P average is equal to 1 by 2 eta into H square, which is equal to E square by 2 eta.